Good afternoon. I'm Kevin Buisman, Director of Athletics at Minnesota State University, and I am honored and grateful to be recognized as one of NACDA's 2024-2025 Athletic Director of the Year award winners. It is truly humbling to be recognized by your peers for work that I find so gratifying. As has often been said, choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life. I am fortunate to have made that right choice more than 35 years ago when, as an MBA student on the campus of Northern Iowa, I walked into Bob Bowlesby's office one afternoon to introduce myself. I remember explaining to him that I thought college athletics would eventually operate like a big business in the future and that I wanted to do the type of work he was doing someday. Fortunately, Bob gave me that first opportunity that we all know is so important to starting a career. A month later, I was selling corporate sponsorship for men's basketball coach Eldon Miller and football coach Earl Bruce, and as they say, the rest is history. Fast forward to the present, and the 2024-2025 calendar year was one of the most remarkable years in my tenure as Director of Athletics at Minnesota State, a position I have held since 2002. The winter of 2024 was one for the record books, as Maverick basketball pulled off the double-double, winning both the women's and men's titles in a span of less than 24 hours. That's quite a memory, and with 3 other top 10 finishes, our program ended the 2024 school year with a top 10 Directors Cup finish. This past fall was just as remarkable, with the football and soccer teams enjoying deep postseason runs that included one Super Saturday at home, where the soccer team won a thrilling quarterfinal match over Grand Valley in penalty kicks, and just a few hours later, Maverick football team matched that drama with a walk-off win over Bemidji State, also in quarterfinal action. There were more thrills along the way for both of those squads as football advanced to the national semifinals and Maverick soccer finished as the national runner-up. Beyond a fantastic fall, we are in the midst of another great year with 6 top 25 finishes from our winter sports that project a possible top 5 finish in the Learfield Directors Cup standings and another sweep of the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference All-Sport Awards. Of course, none of this is possible without talented and dedicated student athletes, loyal and highly committed coaches, and the hardest working administrative staff in the country, several of which are joining me down here in Florida and who remind me every day why Minnesota State is a special place and that MavFam is real. I would also like to thank President Inch, who rode shotgun with me in the Pony Express and made that 475-mile trip between St. Joseph, Missouri and Evansville, Indiana, a total of 5 times during that epic basketball run. His unwavering support of Maverick athletics inspires our commitment to building champions, where we aspire to excel not only competitively, but in the classroom and community as well. Finally, I would like to thank my family. We all know that none of this happens without the home team working behind the scenes. My mom, Dixie, is our biggest fan, filling every Maverick team's social media feed with her likes and tuning in to every game that she can. My wife, Heather, keeps me grounded and in the moment, and I appreciate her emotional support through the highs and lows that come with a life in athletics. And my daughter, Alyssa, has started the next generation of future Mavericks with her 2 children, Luke and Livia. And then there's McKenna, who is able to join me here for this recognition. I know my colleagues will understand when I say that along with all the good times, there are some hard days in this profession when we find ourselves asking ourselves, why am I doing this? When those dark clouds roll in, all I have to do is look over at a picture on my desk of a ponytailed blonde wildly celebrating a conference tournament championship with her teammates early in her collegiate soccer career with a smile as wide as Dinkytown. And then it reminds me that my why is simply wanting every one of my student athletes to have that same kind of joyous experience during their time as a Maverick as that young woman in the picture on my desk. Thanks for being my why, McKenna. And thank you to everybody who made this recognition possible. I am deeply humbled. Horns up, roll herd.